A lot of what I do here on this channel is trying to help people to overcome various shortcomings, to try to improve their lives. And most of it has been physical, but a lot of it also applies to the mental and to the professional. Trying to get you to advance your, not only your bodies, but your careers and your lives, trying to get you to be the best person that you can be all around. And one of the things I see over and over again is we have this idea in our heads that if we're not successful right now, if we haven't achieved what we want to achieve yet, if we haven't done what we want to do in this life, it's because it wasn't in the cards for us. It's because, I just can't seem to get it done. No matter what I do, I go on a diet, I'll eat, it all goes to my stomach. No matter what I do, no matter how much I lift weights, I'm not getting stronger. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to get promoted at my job. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to meet that right person, and I always get my heart broken. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, it just seems like I'm always getting the shit end of the stick. And the fact is that if you're saying something like this, or you're telling yourself something like this, and I'm not exempt. I've told myself a lot of this stuff in the past, but in a lot of ways, when I make videos for you guys, I'm also talking to myself. What we need to do is stop lying. You gotta stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to your family, who you make excuses to. Stop lying to everyone around you. Stop telling yourself that it's the world's fault. Stop telling yourself that no matter what you do, you're not getting better. That's a lie. The reason why that's a lie is because you didn't go the full journey. You only went partway through the journey. You only went halfway down the path. You only stuck your finger into the water. You didn't get in, you know? And so the fact is that we're really getting in our own way most of the time. We're telling ourselves that we're not good enough. We're telling ourselves that things are too hard. We're telling ourselves that what we're doing is not working. We're not giving ourselves a chance to walk the path. We're not giving ourselves a chance to complete the journey. So what do you do to get out of your way? What do you do to keep going, to get around that obstacle, that wall that you're putting up for yourself? And the first thing you need to do is this: you got to forgive yourself. Right? Yes, you are the obstacle. Yes, you are the person who's constructing your walls. But the reason why you're constructing those walls is because you haven't forgiven yourself. You haven't allowed yourself to see that you're a good enough person to keep going. You're a good enough person who deserves success. And you're a good enough person to realize that you are your own greatest investment. You are your own greatest investment. There is no other thing in this world that you can invest in besides your mind and your body that is going to give you as much return as investing in those two things are. So keep doing it. Keep training. Keep reading. Keep studying. Keep getting out there and trying to advance yourself. Keep formulating plans. The only time that you are ever going to be 100% incapable of doing anything is when you give up. There is no other time in the process of anything where you're failing. You're only getting defeated. And being defeated is part of succeeding, because at least then you realize that you did something wrong and that there's something you need to change. The next thing you have to do is you have to forgive other people. because you need to be 100% positively focused on what you're doing. And if you're sitting there and you're saying, you know what, I hate this person. This person got in my way. This person stole my girl. This person, ruined my chances for a promotion at my job. Then what you're doing is focusing your attention on that other person rather than walking your path, rather than making yourself better, rather than pushing yourself forward. So focus on you. When somebody wrongs you, forgive them. Because any time spent trying to get back at them, trying to get your revenge, trying to serve your own ego, is not going to be spent on making you the person that you should be, on being the person that you want to be, and on being the place that you need to go in order to accomplish what you want. The next thing you need to do is be grateful. And I tell people this all the time. One of the best things that ever happened to me in my life was living out of my car, was being so poor that I had to live out of my car. Because it made me realize that I had nothing to lose, that I had everything in the world to gain by taking a chance and, starting my own businesses, pushing myself forward to take a chance and make an impact on the world. And honestly, if I didn't have that experience where I was living out of my car, I really wouldn't be talking to all of you today. None of you would be subscribed to my channel. But for me, one of the things I realized from that experience is that I am so grateful to live in this country where being homeless like that really wasn't that bad of a thing. We live in a country where even if you're homeless, you have it better than 85% of the rest of the world. And this doesn't just go for you here in the United States. This goes for all of you in Western Europe. This goes for all of the rest of you in the developed world, right? There's countries out there where people live on less than $2 a day. There's countries out there where people are starving, where people never have a chance. And if you're listening to this and you're watching this on your smartphone or you're watching this on your computer, you probably have shelter and you probably have something you can find in your life that you could be grateful for. And so you need to focus on that. You can't be focusing on the fact that you don't have $1 million in your bank account yet, or the fact that you don't have a six-pack yet, or the fact that, maybe that girl down the street doesn't want to talk to you. What you got to focus on is what you have in your life that is positive at the moment. What you have in your life that allows you the opportunity to learn. What you have in your life that allows you the opportunity to become better, right? Oh, you don't have anything, you're living out of your car? Well, you got 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 fingers, 10 toes, hopefully. And even if you don't, and you have the ability to move. You have the ability to work. You have the ability to think. If you're breathing and thinking right now, you have that ability. So your chance hasn't been given up and you can do something. So be grateful for that. And one of the things I do every day is I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. It's the first thing I do in the morning. Practice gratitude. The last thing you need to do, and this evolves from everything else, is look at the world with possibility. Don't look at the world and say, you know what, hey, I can't do this. Think about, how can I make that happen? How can I make that body that I want happen? How can I make that Spartan race that I want to compete in, that I want to run, happen for myself? How can I make that promotion at my job happen? And what you start to realize here is that if you start asking yourself questions like that, you start to think and you start to strategize and you start to plan. And you start to understand that it's you who needs to work for these things. It's not the world that needs to open up its gates and provide these things for you. It's you that needs to do all of these things. And again, we talk about the body a lot on this channel, but I think it's equally important that we develop our minds, that we develop our perspective, that we develop our drive to move forward. And from that, we'll look better, we'll feel better, we'll be better lovers, we'll be better husbands, fathers, mothers, wives, and we'll be better people. So, that all made sense. I love you all, and I will talk to you all soon.